Your Local 2 Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist John Mayer.
John joining us now. So it's so nice to go out in the community and see long sleeves.
Yeah, right.
People bundled up.
Yeah. These are things we haven't had in a long time. I mean, snowmen, you know, it was just everything out there today. Maybe not quite, but it's still, hey, this was a big change out there. You certainly felt it this morning, this afternoon. You're going to feel it this evening again. It's definitely going to be much, much cooler out there. And this, thankfully, is something that might actually stick around for a little while. Not necessarily going to be a chance for winter in the forecast quite yet, but certainly much cooler and a lot more rain in the forecast over the next couple of days. But what about tonight? Do we actually see anything heading our way? Well, still plenty of that cloud cover all across West Texas. You're going to be hard-pressed to see much other than those clouds out there. But what about rainfall coming down? Well, we did see a little bit of that earlier on today. Had some, especially down to the southeast, down around Del Rio, where they picked up a little over a ½ inch. Here in the viewing area, it's a little bit more hit or miss. We had a little bit in terms of that rain down along I-10 and then just down south of that into the southern Trans-Pecos, the Davis Mountains, even a little into the southern basin. But really, most of us missed out on that rainfall today. And over the next couple of hours, it's really just going to be scattered showers and storms. That's about all the more we're going to see in this forecast. A little bit of rain moving through over the next couple of hours, though, could be causing at least some minor concerns for Friday Night Lights games, especially if you're into the northern Trans-Pecos. It looks like the best chance to pick up on some of that rain, but really this is going to be something that it just looks like it's going to be a cool night. You're going to want the jacket. Maybe just prepare. That's about all I can say for those Friday night football games, but the rest of the evening looks pretty nice out there. Really, it's just going to be some light rain off and on into Saturday morning, and then towards this weekend might have a chance to pick up on a little bit more of that rainfall in our forecast. Now, we got a couple of big games out there tonight. We got Fort Stockton taking on Monahans tonight at 7. Definitely going to be on the cool side. You might see a few showers there, just far enough to the west that they might run into some of that rainfall, so just be prepared for that. That's about the best we can say there. But here in Odessa, where we have another one of those games, Midland Lee taking on Permian, doesn't look like rain is going to be a factor. Plenty of cloud cover, plenty of cooler temperatures. You're definitely going to want to bundle up for that 7:30 kickoff, but I don't think you're going to have to worry about the rainfall necessarily in the forecast for tonight here in the basin. Looks a little bit unlikely, but winds, certainly, they've been an issue for us for a while now. Had some more of those gusts getting up around 50 miles per hour over into the Guadalupe Mountains, getting into the double digits here in the basin, but by now things have started to calm down for most of us. Off to the west, still pretty tough out there. 40 mile per hour winds right now in the Guadalupe Pass, but double digits for the rest of us. So something to keep in mind. Of course, that's going to make it feel even cooler out there. So you definitely do want to plan ahead. Make sure you bundle up for tonight's games. And really, it doesn't look like we're going to see any major changes in the forecast. No big fronts coming our way. Really, about the only thing we do see is some high pressure off to the north. But even that won't impact us very much. Certainly not going to be clearing out our skies anytime soon. And those temperatures definitely going to stay on the cool side. 60s, 70s. It's about all the more we saw here in West Texas. And those numbers way below what we've had for a while. Actually below average. Should be in the lower 70s. Instead, we're looking at mid-60s. Just going to be a question on how much longer this could last. And, well, definitely through this evening and into the next couple of days, we're certainly going to see more of the same. You can see some of those overnight numbers dipping down to the low to mid-50s in the northern basin and only getting into the 60s for tomorrow afternoon. A little bit warmer here in the central basin along I-20, 60s overnight, and then some of those upper 60s, lower 70s towards tomorrow. A bit cooler into the Trans-Pecos, 50s overnight and 70s by tomorrow. And then the Davis Mountains even seeing some 40s, 49 degrees overnight in Pine Springs towards Saturday morning, and then 60s and 70s as we move into the start of the weekend. And the next few days certainly going to stay on the cool side out there. We're only looking at those highs in the 60s Saturday, Sunday, even into next week. Some more of that rainfall sticking with us all the way through Election Day, which could cause some trouble out there. But then you see later on next week, it does look like we actually have a slight chance of clearing out by the end of the upcoming work week, but still some rain chances off and on really all the way through the rest of this 7-day forecast. And you see those highs. The warmest we get, that's Monday, 72 degrees. Big time changes in this new month.